Hey everyone, it's Layla T. Welcome back. This is LGBTQ news on YouTube. So basically, here's what's going on in the world: is that there's zero advertising on the home page of YouTube. There's still no advertising. I mean, I've seen one or two ads in the past 2 weeks, okay? The world is suffering from a pandemic, the coronavirus. So that means that everyone is staying at home. And on top of that, the world is protesting riots to end racism. A black man was killed by a white officer, and now the world is protesting to end racism. I'm not trying to bring up every issue, but they're at their wits' end because they're still fighting racism. All right? What about transgender girls? Okay? What about us? I mean, we're repressed. No one fights for us, you know? And they're taking all the guys away from us, too. I'm saying if you're LGBTQ, that means LGBTQ or questioning, and you support this channel, then please like and subscribe. But hear me out. I'm talking to the guys or to the people that support us. We're not supported by genetic women. We're not supported by African American genetic women. Those communities, it's okay. They're not accepting of girls like us. Okay? And then I wonder, they're fighting for racism and this and that. But if I were to reach out to civic leaders in that community, they're not they're not supportive of us. I feel like, in general, that the African American community does not support transgender girls. I feel that way. I feel like even the ones that are African American transgender in their community, they're shunned and they're thrown out, especially by the reverends. That means the religious, or that means I just feel like African American girls are discriminated against in that, or transgender girls are discriminated against in that community. That's all. And then they talk about to end racism, but they've started it. They're the corporates of a new form of racism. Being discriminating against transgender girls. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to start something new. That's how they are, though. That is how they are. When are they going to stop discriminating against girls like me, and especially white transgender girls? It's just like, that's why I'm like, okay, you're ending racism. I'm not racist. I'm not like that. Why do I have to fight for that cause if I'm not racist? I wasn't raised that way. I'm not like that. I was raised in the modern era. Everywhere I look on television is affluent African Americans on all the news networks. There's not one news network that reports that's a transgender reporter. Mainstream. They're all African American on every single news network. Everywhere you look. Mayors and civic leaders, they're all African American. Police chiefs, all that, they're all African American. Okay? To end racism. And they're like, and they make me scared to go out. They make me scared to leave my house. I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to protest. Why? Because when you do that, then you really see is that they're not okay with you. All right? I'm sick of it too. I stay in the house. We're not respected. We're not accepted. And, all of that has to change. Okay? I created this YouTube channel. If you go to my other one, it's corporate. This one's corporate too, and this one's LGBTQ news reporting too. But why should I feel scared to talk about this? I'm like, if I talk about this, then they're gonna discriminate against me. I'm just saying that people in the African American community they're known for discriminating against transgender girls. That's all I'm saying, is that they're known for that. It's known in the community by African American transgender girls about their community. And then if you're anything other than that, you're treated like a second class citizen. They've made it. They're Main Street. They're mainstream. Okay? But I'm looking at it like this. Is like, men need to stick together. Okay? At the end of the day, I consider myself a girl. But right now, given what's going on, I'm with the men. That means we need to stick together. That means that if you're a genetic woman, why are you on this channel? And why are you trying to listen into this channel? Okay? It's like, right now, men need to stick together. I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's driving these race wars. Yes, okay, an officer killed killed a black person. That's not okay. All right? When is it going to stop? But who's driving this media frenzy and all of this? Who's driving these people to protest aggressively? Are the straights doing that? I'm not sure. Okay, but they're doing a whole lot of protesting and looting, and they're not corporate. They're not where business is. They're talking about everything but business. What we've been talking about since January. They're not advertising, and all they do is run the news media on YouTube with zero advertising. They're not paying for advertising. Okay, so how do I get to the bottom of it? Do I need to call YouTube corporate? Or, who do I need to call? But when I look on the front page of YouTube, they're not advertising, but they're paying to perpetuate this whole race war, and then they interview people, and they're just going irate. I'm going to start interviewing people and seeing if they're up for an interview. Okay? Why are they talking about discrimination when they're discriminating against men in general? Things are so bad that I have to stick with the guys. That means I'm pro-male, pro-men. After that, then I'm transgender or whatever. But it's scary. I've never been so scared in my life. Scared for my health. Scared for the future. What, am I going to work at the news network? Am I going to go back to news network jobs? Then I'm scared, no, because I'm white and I'm transgender. There's no opportunity here. You can't say that there's opportunity when there's zero opportunity. There's no opportunity. Okay? I don't want to see an affluent African American person talking about racism and discrimination when they've been given all the opportunity in the world, opposed to someone like me where there's no opportunity. I literally had to make a YouTube channel, the second YouTube channel, to talk about this. No wonder I can't make it forward. No wonder I can't have a voice where people listen to. They have a country behind them. They have the world behind them. Girls like me, we don't have anyone behind us. And I believe that transgender girls are the true girls that should be with the guys. We should be the ones holding down the guys. We should be the ones that the guys fight for and get behind. Not genetic women. I believe that they're unhealthy for men, that they pose a serious health risk to men. That's my belief. It's radical or whatever, but that's what I believe. You know, that they pose a serious health risk to men. And that you can tell by the development of men, how they've developed, their self-esteem, everything. Okay? So, I mean, like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting more videos. This is the new one. It's a bit radical. I'm sorry. It's just how I feel, you know, and this is going to be a channel where I try my best to report the news and on LGBTQ stuff. There's not a lot of LGBTQ stuff going on, and then there's no opportunity out there. You know, I don't feel comfortable getting a job telling them I'm trans because then, you know, there's discrimination and everything. So, I'm going to post this video and then I'll make new ones, okay? Thanks for tuning in and make sure to like and subscribe.